gonna cover up Lindsay so I don't get flagged for inappropriate content. Hey guys, girls, people. Hi gang. Thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Welcome to, if this is the first video you're seeing of mine. I want to first off thank everybody that watched the first video and shared and liked and encouraged me to continue, because it's very easily that I get deterred. So thank you for that. And can I help you? Did you want to be on YouTube? Go lay down, please. Go lay down. Please. Please go lay down. Please. Thank you. When I first started this video, it was like 3 days ago, 2 days ago maybe. And my phone died in the middle of filming. And because I'm low-key, high-key, the 31-year-old Tana Mojo, we had to wait and do it today, finish it today. And I thought a different backdrop would be nice than the back of my bed, just in case you were wondering if I am stationary and immobile. So I picked this area of my room so we can take a collective giant eye roll together and get started. What I'm gonna do is let you guys watch the other half that I made first, and then I'll come back, we'll come back here, we'll meet back here, and I'll finish the story. You can get yourself a drink or a snack or whatever, nothing. All right, let's get this going. All right, cat ears engaged. We're ready to go. Today is just going to be me putting a face on as something to do while I tell this story, because I don't know, I just feel like me doing something is much more entertaining and exciting than just telling a story. You see, I've got lots of stories that I could tell, lots of interesting, fun ones. Some that, you know, I'm not even sure I'm ready to tell, but I know you guys are really wanting to hear about. But this one is about the time I had to confront a teenager in a Steak and Shake because he was making a scene about me eating some cheese fries. And if you know anything about me, you know that I love cheese, and I love cheese fries, and I love mac and cheese. So don't mess with me. And also, I love eating. I love food. So don't, that's like my happy time. That's my happy space, is eating. Okay, all right, so story goes, I'm at the Steak and Shake on the promenade in Santa Monica. And if any of you know this particular Steak and Shake, you know that it has a little outdoor, like, seating patio, like, outside of the actual Steak and Shake. And so I was sitting out there having a delicious milkshake, and I think it was a chocolate chip black cherry or something like that. I don't know. It was really good, and I wish I could have it right now. I love them. Anyway, and I think cheese fries or something along those lines. And I sat out on the outside patio, like along the promenade area, and you know, minding my business, eating my food, drinking my milkshake, and I can hear this group of like teenage boys inside, like being rowdy and being teenage boys, I guess. But I could hear in particular that they were talking about me. Again, I'm outside. They're inside by like where you order. And there is a whole restaurant between us. But I can hear them clearly. And the one pipes up and says, "Ew, look at that girl." And I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, whatever. And then he goes, "Look at that girl eating with her feet." Now you're talking about me, clearly. Which is really nothing new. It's fine. Nothing I've ever not heard before. That's not proper. Anyway, it's nothing I haven't heard before. And whatever. Water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. I go back to eating my delicious cheese fries and delectable milkshake. And I hear, "That's so disgusting." So I look around the restaurant and I see, there's a table with like a mother and her little son. And there's a table with an older woman. All of them looking at me very sympathetically. Thank you for that, by the way. But none of them doing anything about it or like anything. And not that it's even their responsibility or their issue to get involved in. But, I think I was like looking around maybe for backup. That sounds weird. Not backup. I don't know. I guess I wanted somebody to step in or say something so I didn't have to, because like I don't want to have to get involved. I don't want to have to say something. But when someone is clearly not bullying, because like not bullying, but clearly making a scene about you living your life, I guess you have to step in. And so I set my French fry down. I walked my 5'2" self up to this kid who no more than 17 years old. Like I would say 15 to 17 tops. A tall kid though, like 6'2", 6'3", and definitely way above my tiny little head. And he had, his little gang of pals who were, the same age. And I marched right up to him and I stood in like, chest to face, because my face is like to his chest. And I'm looking up at this kid and I told him, "What's disgusting is that your parents never taught you how to properly interact in public." And I proceed to tell this kid that just basically his mama didn't raise him right, and like that he should think twice about, for me to hold in explicitives is like a feat. And in that situation, I didn't want to be that person that was like popping off, you know, like. So I was like, I hope that this is embarrassing enough to you I hope this is an embarrassing enough moment to teach you about how to properly treat human beings. And I think he was surprised that I just walked right up to him and just told him about himself, basically. And I mean, I didn't mean to bring his mama into it, because I did. I was like, clearly you weren't raised properly and all this. So, you know, I apologize to this kid's mom, you know, out there. I'm sure you did just fine. He was trying to show off for his friends. Anyway, and you know, this kid starts trying to backtrack. I'm sorry, I didn't know. He's like, I thought you were being funny. Which, if I had a nickel, dime, quarter, any sort of currency for every time somebody said they thought I was being funny, I'd be rich. You can't just react that way. And I guess, like, most people wouldn't even think to, you know, most people don't react at all, really. You know, I get a lot of looks, I get a lot of stares, sure. But most people go about their day, and, you know, I'm sure they go home and try to eat french fries with their feet too. But, you know, they're not screaming in the order line of Steak and Shake that I'm disgusting. Like, and I think that's where I, like, really got mad. Because, like, okay, say what you want. Oh, wow, look at that girl, whatever. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Look at her. There's lots to look at. Enjoy the show. But to say I was disgusting because I was eating the way I have to eat blew my mind. Because how was me going about my day affecting him whatsoever? Like, why did he have to go out of his way to interfere with my life? You know what I mean? So after I, you know, tried to educate this kid about not being a dickhole in Steak and Shake, you know, I turned to his friends, and they wanted nothing to do with the situation anymore. They, you know, scurried away, which was fine with me. I didn't want to deal with anybody else. And walking back to my table, I'm shaking by this point. I'm like, and I just want to eat my french fries. And by this point, I just want to eat my fries and, like, drink my milkshake and not think about being called out like that, you know? I mean, yeah, I think everyone sees. Everyone has eyes. Or they don't, you know? I can't assume. You can't assume that people can see, I guess. You're right. But, you know, on my way back to my table, I was met with continued sympathetic gazes. And that was that. That was the end of it, you know? I don't think I finished my meal. I'm sure I tweeted about it. I'm sure I Facebooked about it. I'm sure, you know, I texted all of my friends and, you know, made whatever scene I could about it. But, you know, it was another learning experience for me on how to, you know, deal with. Cheers. Thanks for sticking around. Let's all take a sip. See, even she wants one. No, I'll have Puppy Protective Services called on me. But going back through that footage that you just went through, I realized that was pretty much the story. That was the end. I went back to the table and tried to finish my fries and my milkshake. Dreaming of that milkshake. I wish I could have one now. Somebody send me one. Anyway, moral of the story is don't yell at me. So moral of the story basically is don't be an asshole and leave me alone. No, but in seriousness, he wasn't being an asshole. He was just, you know, even me, myself, would have some sort of reaction if I saw someone else eating with their feet, but I definitely wouldn't scream that they were disgusting across a restaurant. Choices. Your ear's in the shot. Anyway, thanks for watching. There'll be more story times. I've got travel stories. I've got, you know, stories about different people I've gotten to interview and get to know. And you know what? I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you want to hear, what you want to know, what you want to see from this channel. Don't forget, I have my... Izzy, go lay down. Izzy, go lay down. Don't forget to stop back for the LA vlog because that will be... I head out next Thursday, the 23rd, and so I'll be filming the 23rd to the 27th, so it'll be after that. I don't know if I'll have a video up before I leave. Depends on my motivation. Y'all barely got this one, so be grateful for the little things. Anyway, thank you. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Hide your kids, hide your wives, because I have a YouTube channel. I don't know. That didn't work out very well. I'll come up with a better tagline, I promise, or I won't. We'll see.